Alex Alaferas, Ben Steinberg, Valerie Snyder, and Lorraine Holmes.
Good evening again. This is Alex Olaferis, Executive Director, Contra Costa Taxpayers Association. On this issue, there appears to be evidence, and of course you'll hear the additional speakers, there appears to be evidence that the proposed issuance is in violation of state law. If the district continues to move forward with this issuance, COCOTAX, representing multiple members, is strongly considering seeking reverse validation of this measure. This would take additional time and cost the district potentially thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars in attorney fees. All this is to prevent the legally required opportunity for public review. Please do not force this waste of dollars. Do the right thing. Recalendar this item and make the proper disclosures, and please follow the law. Thank you.
My name is Ben Steinberg. I'm a resident in the district and a parent of a former WCC USD student. Good evening, board. Good evening, Dr. Harder. First, I wanted to thank Bond Counsel and the school district for answering my written questions about the bond refunding program. I reviewed the answers and they were very helpful. However, I must mention that I am not a municipal bond expert. I found the time available to digest the answers insufficient to understand them fully. I have some additional concerns about the bond refunding program that were not included in the board packet, including amortization tables, debt repayment schedules, bonds being refunded, etc. Without this information, neither I as a resident nor the Citizens Bond Oversight Committee members can adequately analyze the proposed bond refunding. The district failed to provide sufficient information to the public, and the limited information that was provided did not allow sufficient time to analyze them. In short, this appears to violate at least the spirit of AB 182, if not the letter of the law. Finally, I note that a failure to disclose information and documents in advance of a public meeting is a violation of the Brown Open Meeting Act. For example, for this meeting tonight, the posted PDF file on the district website is 320 pages long. The hard copy version that some of us received is much longer, 367 pages. The public does not have access to these 50-plus pages. It is a statutory requirement that these packets be the same. The rush to increase bonding capacity and to cut corners results in a loss of trust in the school district and Board of Education. I request the board remedy these violations and deficiencies before moving further with bond refunding. Thank you.
Valerie Snyder.
I'm Valerie Snyder, and I have two concerns about the refunding. First of all, the debt waiver for Measure J expired on June 1st, 2014. And so now you're moving to authorize the sale of new bonds under Measure J in order to refund the previous issuances. Is this legal? And if so, can you please discuss the legal authorization that exists to issue new bonds if the waiver for this measure has expired? Second, AB 182 prohibits the sale of bonds if the debt service to principal ratio exceeds 4:1. And we'd like to know what the final ratio of taxes levied to pay off the bonds will be compared to the original amount borrowed. And we would like to see a debt service schedule that shows that the ratio won't violate AB 182. Thank you.
Lorraine Holmes.
Good evening. My name is Lorraine Humes. I'm retired. I live in San Pablo, and I've lived there for 35 years. I looked at your reporter newsletter, and it was wonderful, all these state-of-the-art schools that you're building. And then I looked in your report here at the people that are going to have to pay for these bonds. You've got 74.8% of your students are English language or low-income category. The unemployment rate in Contra Costa County is 6.1%. In Richmond, it's 10.1%, and in San Pablo, it's 12.6%. The average assessed value of the homes in this area are $215,000 and a little more. The median is $188,000. So you really have a problem to get it down to that $60 per $100,000 value. And you've done some creative financing called CARBs, which are like balloon mortgages. Yeah, they'll do their creative financing to get it down to that $60,000 per $100,000 for the first 2 years so you can sell your bonds. Then what happens in 10 years to the people who are in this, the taxpayers? You guys, you'll be here, you'll be gone. The kids who like to jump in that pool that you're building, I hope they like it because they're going to graduate, they're going to be married and have grandchildren before taxpayers can pay for that bond package. In your refunding, you're costing us $8,777,000 more for this 2-year CARB.
Please conclude your remarks.
Yes. Than if it was 100% current. Mr. Ramsey said your main concern is for the taxpayers.
Please conclude your remarks.